welcome back. Today, as you can tell from the title, we are going to be watching this interview from Jacqueline. If you guys are watching Real Housewives of Potomac, then you know that Jacqueline is Mia's friend. They have a very weird relationship, her, Mia, and Gordon. So this should be interesting. Now, if I start getting bored, I'm going to cut this off because, I really don't know what she could say. It's saying it's about the friendship with Mia, but I'm hoping that she gives us a little bit behind the scenes stuff about the show. I don't really want to hear about like her and Mia. Actually, they fell out, so actually this might be interesting. I don't know, whatever. I'm just gonna go with the vibe. If I like it, we just gonna keep listening. If it's getting boring, I'm gonna cut it off because it's like 25 minutes long. So let's get into the video.
Welcome back, castmates. We're here with another episode of the
She
Reality
looks so
Right
different.
After, and I'm here with Miss Jacqueline Blake from the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Well, she really don't wear makeup like that on the show.
How are you feeling today? Happy to have you here.
I'm feeling amazing. I'm happy to be here with you. I've heard a lot about your show, and I watch you guys, and I love it.
Awesome. We're so happy to have you. You've been doing pretty well so far on reality TV. This is your first go around on reality TV because you seem like you're pretty comfortable.
This is my first time. I've never filmed. I've never done TV. I've never been in front of a camera. This was literally an organic experience. When people ask me, how did you end up on Rhop? I tell them that it's literally by chance and by fate. Like, I had no plans of ever doing this.
Do people say that? I just never heard anybody say that.
It was definitely natural. It was definitely natural experience. Like, it's not forced ever.
Right. That's why I'm like, whoa, is this really your first go around? Because you slid right in there. You started off, you're being yourself. You're being very open about your life. And I think that's what most Housewives fans love and appreciate because we like to see that organicness. Although the Housewives have been around for so long and we see people come on, they watch the show, they're well acquainted on how to behave. But you go right in. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are outside of the show since we see you now on a few episodes?
Yes, so number one, I am a mom of two girls, Ava and Blakely. I'm just doing the regular mom stuff. I'm also a CEO of my company, Ava and Blakely Enterprises, and so my children are literally the pinnacle of my life. They are my drive. They are literally
Yeah, I don't think we know any of that.
Why I do everything.
But they didn't say any of that on the show.
So, in any given day, you'll see me literally at the grocery store with my kids, with my hair on top of my head, with no makeup on, or going to, the gay local.
How were you introduced to being on the show?
So I heard about the show just because Housewives of Potomac have been around for a long, we're literally in season 7, so it's been around. And I knew about the ladies. I knew that they were from the area. I watched a couple episodes of it, honestly. I've always been a fan of Potomac, but I never was like a diehard fan where I'm watching every single thing. I really don't watch a lot of TV in general. So obviously Mia has been my best friend for 20 plus years. And that's where I heard about the show and actually lived the show through her and her experiences. And that's kind of how I organically showed up on the screen.
Okay, so you mentioned being best friends with Mia for over 20 years. Did Mia give you any warning before coming on the show? And what were your first impressions of the ladies?
I've heard everything under the sun about the ladies from Mia, which I would never share because that's a conversation between her and I. But yeah, she gave me the nitty and gritty about every woman that she didn't like and the women that she didn't like. So obviously I gravitated to who she liked because she was my friend. So I wanted, everything she told me, I was like, oh, well, who is this? Oh, you suspect because Mia said you suspect, So I kind of already had my own, kind of not issues, but perceptions about the ladies. I didn't really go into it with a nasty attitude towards the people that she liked because I kind of wanted to get to know them organically, but I kind of you know, I had my distance against some of them because I was like,
You
okay,
did?
you got a problem with me, and then you got a problem with me, kind of thing.
Right. I like that. You're a
Oh,
ride or
she was
die.
like the
And we
ones.
obviously-
Okay, I see.
Yeah, ride or die
I wouldn't call her
since
ride or
day
die.
one, and I've been very
Because the
protective.
moment Mia
Yeah,
left
I
that
think
table in Miami,
a
she
lot
started
of
telling
people
all her business.
view me more like a sister to Mia because we, you know, we lived in the same house for years. Like, you know, we lived under the same roof as kids. You know, we partied together. We had mutual boyfriends.
Wait, are they
together.
currently friends or not? Because I thought they fell out.
You know, that's kind of how, you know, we had our personal conversations about the girls, and you know, I kind of had my, you know, side eye with some.
Okay, and obviously we see that you were introduced on the show through Mia. How did she go about convincing you to be on the show, if she did at all?
So Mia never convinced me to be on the show. She more so was supportive of me going on to the show. I actually was recommended by another cast member, which is surprising. I would never name who that person is because I don't know if she really wants to be known. But I met her.
What?
I met her through Mia. She was already on the show. We hit it off. We had a lot in common.
If she on the show, why wouldn't she want to be known?
She was like, I think you'd be great for TV.
Look, I ain't got time for her not saying no name.
She liked the fact that we had a real relationship and it wasn't something fake or put together, fabricated. You know,
Like, just say the name.
She was like, you guys are real friends, and I really respect that. So I think she kind of put my name out there to the casting directors, and then from there, Mia gave like her stamp of approval to say, yeah, I think Jacqueline would be good. Kind of thing.
Giselle?
Okay,
Karen?
that's nice to know that somebody else recognized
I don't know.
who you were and saw fit for the show. So far have been enjoying that you've been standing on your ground and you call out certain things when you see it, which we'll get in later within the interview. But that's really nice to know. And I have a quick question for you. We saw that on your Instagram, you mentioned that this season was an eye-opener and a true testimony to who has your best interest at heart. Who are you talking about?
We already know who we're talking about.
Mia?
I mean, it's no secret. Everybody's seen that, you know, Mia blocked me on social media. You know, we had a falling out, and you guys will see later as the episodes, you know, show themselves.
Well, good.
Who knows what we're going to see, because I'm watching it just like you all are watching it. I found out a lot through filming with Mia. And it was definitely a true testimony of our relationship and the strength of our relationship, which I thought was stronger than what it ended up being.
Okay, and you know, obviously, when our group here at the Reality Rundown came to Washington, D.C. to your event, you gave us an exclusive that you and Mia were no longer friends. Do you have an update for us?
They're not friends.
No, we're currently still no longer friends.
She just said she got her blocked.
And there's more to it outside of what you all will see on the cameras. I have had personal conversations and reached out to Mia directly, and we have had different issues that have spiraled, honestly, out of control.
It might start with the Gordon thing, because I remember seeing that in the
friends.
trailer.
We are definitely not friends.
Do you think the show had anything to do with that? And did you have any idea this was going to happen before signing up for the show?
Honestly, I didn't see it coming. I would never have seen this coming with a 10 feet pole. Like, I would have never thought that the person that I thought that I knew for 20 plus years would turn on me the way that she did. And it's been heartbreaking. And I'm not going to lie to you, this is my real life. Like, this isn't a joke. This isn't made up for TV or a storyline. This was my best friend. Like, my whole entire family knows this woman. From my mom to my dad, who's no longer alive, who's in the grave, to my sisters, to my nieces, to extended family members. You know, Mia literally was next to me when my father passed away and took his last breath. Like, this is real life. And I think a lot of people, when they watch reality TV, they think this is just some fabricated storyline. For me, it wasn't. Like, this was somebody that I truly, genuinely cared about. So it's been, honestly, it's been heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie, it's been heartbreaking.
So you state that you were somewhat blindsided by how you and Mia's friendship transpired since being on the show. Do you feel like prior to your friendship over the last 20 years that any of this would have taken place? Because to be completely blindsided after signing up for the show, there had to be a little bit of animosity going on prior.
True.
We had our little tits and tats where we would argue like sisters,
Yeah.
and have little disagreements, and sometimes they were extra because Mia is genuinely an extra person, and she's very particular about how things are ran and how things go in her space, and I understand that because that's who she's always been. And I've always given Mia grace because I understand her childhood trauma. And a lot of people, when you meet people in real time, in real life, and you don't really know what they've been through previously, you don't really give people that much grace. But for her, I always gave her grace because I kind of knew how, the woman that you all see today is not the woman that I met 20 years ago. I met a little girl, and
Right.
I've seen her grow into this woman.
Right.
So it's a different thing. Like,
She's a different
so
person.
I've given her grace, basically. Like, when she does these little weird things, and I'm like, okay, it's just Mia being Mia. There's a reason for that. There's issues behind that. And I'm just like, okay, she's just being who she is. I really know that it's probably not really coming from a bad place. Typically.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to some more drama that's been taking place over
Yes.
the season. We're gonna leave that friendship for you and Mia to hopefully reconcile. However, we want to start talking about what's been going on this season. Because at Family Fun Day, you mentioned your PP and how you've managed to become great co-parenters. And I just wanted to know, how did you feel about how Robin went about not inviting Wendy to Family Fun Day, but wanting her kids there?
Honestly, I think that was, in a way, it was warranted for her not to invite Wendy and along with her kids. If you're not going to invite somebody because you have an issue with them, then just don't invite them or their children.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I feel like if I'm going to invite somebody to a gathering or an event, the mother, the father, and the kids are a complete package.
Exactly.
And if I have beef with that parent or that person,
Don't try to talk to the
then
kids.
they don't really need to
That's
be
so
there.
weird.
Like, it doesn't make any sense for me to invite
I'm just going to say this because, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
children.
But it's
without
just
their
weird
parent.
behavior. Like,
That's
if
weird.
you don't
If I'm
like
gonna invite
me,
them, I'm going to invite them along
don't
with
talk
the
to
parent.
anybody
If
around
I'm gonna be
me,
the
my
bigger person,
family
I'm gonna invite
members.
Wendy with
Like,
her kids.
that's very weird
It's either all or
behavior.
nothing.
You need to seek help
And
if
did
you're
that
doing
make any
things
of you
like
guys
that.
feel uncomfortable? I mean, Karen was really outspoken about it, but what about you?
I wasn't bothered by it anyway because I love Robin and I respect whatever decision she wants to make. Like, it's her event. It's what she feels comfortable with. And if she doesn't want to invite somebody, she doesn't have to invite them. I get we're all a group of friends, but you can't always gel together. And if you have a private event, invite who you want to invite. I mean, it's nothing against
Okay.
Her claims against Chris this season so far.
alleged. I think that it was definitely a bit much. I think that from what I see, Ashley did try to pull Candiace aside by herself to tell her what's going on. But when it's a
But
group thing, I
still,
think
like-
that's ridiculous. Like, you don't need to make it a group ordeal, especially with something that private and personal. And I don't believe in messing with anybody's relationship or marriage. And if you're not 100% sure if the
Well,
intention is bad, then
yeah,
don't
they allow
bring
her
it up.
to,
I
so never
personally
mind.
wouldn't be involved in any of that. Like, if a man gave me a pass, like if Chris did that to me, which I don't think he would ever do that because I really do believe that he's a nice guy. I would just leave it alone. Like, I wouldn't even want to create that drama or that rift within the group like that. Like, Unless Ashley was, or unless Candiace was like my closest best friend, then yeah, we'll have a conversation. But other than that, like people need to relax. Not every man is coming for you. Not everybody wants you. Okay. Chris has enough sense to be dealing with these type of women in this group.
Exactly.
He knows they're all messy.
Right.
And
if he gonna cheat on Candiace, why is he gonna cheat on Candiace with
We
Giselle?
get to the Miami trip this last episode, and things got a little heated in the MIA. Obviously, we saw that you and Mia had a little bit of tiff because you forgot to go to CVS before the trip. However, how do you feel about what was going on within that scene and how it was prolonged, that you forgot your deodorant, your toothbrush, everything else?
Well, that's a lie. That's an exaggeration. I didn't forget everything. At the time, I couldn't find my spray deodorant. I had it there. It was somewhere in my book bag or in my luggage somewhere. I just couldn't find it. And we're on a time crunch, and I wanted to hurry up. But Mia is very OCD about everything as usual, which I know that about her.
I mean, but it's spray
she doesn't want
deodorant.
to share. And that's just who she is. But I was kind of upset because I'm like, you want me to go walking around smelling like a barn or something? Like, that's not okay. And so it bothered me.
Well, y'all wasn't friends with each other.
Right after
so.
I asked Mia about the spray deodorant, Karen was with me, but bringing it to the group was ridiculous. Like, that to me.
Feel like Mia was playing it up for the cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Alleged altercation with Wendy. How do you feel about what took place at the dinner table with the drink being thrown on Wendy, words going back and forth, Mia's purse connecting to Wendy's body? How do you feel about what took place?
I feel like it was definitely uncalled for. I feel like
I can't remember what she said when it happened.
I don't condone my friend or any woman embarking in a physical altercation. Like, we are all professional.
Did she
women.
condone it though?
We have jobs.
I can't remember
we have
what she was
professions,
doing in
we
that
have
situation.
Children, and we don't need to be in that type of situation.
I know she left with me, of course, because that's her
Any
friend. But
necessary. I do understand people do get upset, and sometimes people make mistakes. But
she's not.
Centuries actually have their opinions and taken certain sides. How do you feel about the woman's reactions about what transpired between Wendy and Mia?
I feel like everybody has the women that they can't stand and dislike,
but it shouldn't all be the same person.
I think that some women may have been happy that she got a drink thrown on her and that she was embarrassed and looked however she looked when the drink was thrown on her, and I feel like that was wrong. As a woman,
I mean, are you saying all of this now? I'm just gonna stop it because she's not really saying anything. But are you saying all of this now because you fell out with Mia? Because I don't remember you being this vocal when the situation actually happened. I do agree with what she's saying as far as like how Mia treated her as a person. She used to always try to embarrass her and stuff. But Jacqueline, like, you did your dirt too. We saw you talking about Mia to the ladies. Like, both of y'all will talk about each other to the ladies. And you have a very weird relationship with her husband. So neither one of y'all are innocent. And as far as, like, she said somebody referred her on the show and she doesn't want to say the name. I think it's either Giselle or Karen. I don't know why they don't want to. I don't know why they wouldn't want that to be known. I don't know, but I'm thinking either one of them. I feel like it was one of those two. It had to be. And then to just reiterate with the Wendy situation, now she talking about how wrong it is and stuff. I don't remember her talking about how wrong it was in them episodes. So I mean, if these are your feelings and you knew that was wrong, like, why you didn't say it? Why are you saying this now in an interview? This does nothing for Wendy. This would have helped Wendy in the situation where she was being ganged up on. She could have had more people, like, against them. Actually, that would have made, it would have been 5. Yeah. Robin, Giselle, and Mia. Yeah, like, girl, if you would have spoke up for Wendy, they would have been outnumbered. So why didn't you say anything? But yeah, those are my thoughts on that interview. I think that everything she said about Mia was correct, but I think she's minimizing her part. She's just making it seem like she was just this ride or die loyal friend, and she don't know what she did wrong. You know, she did her mess too. I always said their friendship was weird from jump. So yeah. Those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave them down below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.